Bonjour, comment allez-vous? This is the Crypto Kid podcast, and today we discuss MicroStrategy drives Bitcoin bull train to 70,000 US dollars. Happy Monday. It is October 28th, 2024. I'm the Crypto Kid, Daniel Plummer, and this is the Crypto Kid podcast brought to you by Crypto Kid TV. Man, I've been talking about this for weeks that Bitcoin was poised to reach the price of 70,000 US dollars, and Bitcoin is currently at the price of 69,786 US dollars, and the full steam is going and going and going. If Bitcoin does not cross 70,000 US dollars in the New York markets today, it definitely will hit 70,000 US dollars in overnight trading. So let's do a recap. For the last 3 to 4 weeks, I have been suggesting that Bitcoin is poised to reach the price of 70,000 US dollars prior to the November 5th, 2024 presidential election. And as if there are people on YouTube Live as well as Facebook Live that have been trolling me and that they're market makers. And every time Bitcoin starts steaming towards 70,000 US dollars, gets past 68,000 US dollars, the price ceiling kicks in and the market goes into a heavy sell off. However, that has not occurred at this time. MicroStrategy has hit a 25-year valuation and price high in their stock. And Peter Schiff, the UK economist who clearly does not like CEO Michael Saylor of MicroStrategies, keeps saying that Bitcoin is overvalued. You should be invested in gold. And I have no problem with gold. And then he also comes out and makes statements that MicroStrategy is overvalued because of its investments, its cash reserves are digital cash, being BTC. And he's been condemning it. And when he does that, market sentiment gets a little shaky. But I keep telling everybody, this guy is in the UK. Peter Schiff and his economist in the UK. I'm an economist here in the United States. I'm an American. Listen to an American over this foreign UK guy who keeps trying to sink our financial markets. You guys, the market has to have more confidence in American economists that we know what we're talking about when we're analyzing and assessing the economy in the United States. I don't understand how the market is taking the statements of foreign investors, foreign economists who are using different instruments and factors to value the health of the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the Chicago commodities market, and American crypto markets. They're using different gauges. What, like, they're here in the United States, we just, we economists in the United States, look, we've gone to school. We've taken our economics classes. We've gone and, like, I've worked at the Federal Reserve Bank in San Francisco. I've worked every aspect of banking in the city of San Francisco, and it was great. And that was to get through college. And that was like I was an economics major doing accounting jobs, which many times were boring. One of my best jobs that taught me the most was I was the ACH specialist for the Federal Reserve Bank in San Francisco, and that is the American Clearinghouse specialist. What does that mean? That's a technical term to mean I clear all the checks between banks. So I'm here in San Francisco, hypothetically, let's go back to 1999, and Bank of America receives a lot of checks from Chase Bank, Citibank, and then it receives a lot of checks from Wells Fargo, and then all these small banks in different countries, because the San Francisco 12th District is the Federal Reserve Bank for all of the West Coast, but it also includes Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, the Philippines, Guam, and any of the other American territories, like American Samoa. They're going to clear their checks through San Francisco, and the checks go through overnight. Federal Reserve Bank has 72 hours to clear those checks between banks. And if you're a big bank, everybody generally owes you. So these smaller banks are giving checks to Bank of America customers, and then those customers get the money deposited. First, it goes to the Federal Reserve, to that bank, and then let's say it goes to Bank of America from the Federal Reserve, and then it appears in a customer's Bank of America checking or savings account. And that's how that operates. So we have a better understanding of what our markets are doing. You should be ashamed of yourself, market people, that you're allowing foreign economists who are using different instruments to assess our economy to influence the strength of Bitcoin in the US dollar. And I believe a lot of that is because there's a direct attack on the US dollar. Right now, the US dollar is quite strong, and that's good for the American economy. In addition to that, we're going into Q4. You knew the American dollar was going to be strong because that's what people are using to purchase their Christmas gifts. And in Q4, most companies make more than 50% of all their revenue and profits in Q4. So, a 3 month period, most companies make most of their sales and revenue as well as their profits in that small period. And what it always does is it boosts the American economy. So, there's a lot to be positive about in addition to receiving gifts. So let's do a recap. Let's not forget sight of what's going on. MicroStrategy had the value of MicroStrategy stock has hit a 25-year high, and it is largely due to the Bitcoin bull steam that MicroStrategy has most, if not all, of its cash reserves in BTC and Bitcoin, and it's made that change since I believe 2020 when Michael Saylor during the pandemic made a switch from away from United U.S. dollars as a cash reserve into digital dollars into BTC, and thus far those investments have made MicroStrategy grow profitable more than 4 billion U.S. dollars. So I'm going to now do a recap of some of the headlines concerning MicroStrategy. Just give me a moment to find some of these headlines. Okay, so I'm going to read this parts of this article, and this is from AMB Crypto. MicroStrategy stock hits 25-year high amid Bitcoin surge. So these are two significant bullet points. MicroStrategy stock reached a 25-year high as Bitcoin surged past 67,000 US dollars. MicroStrategy's actions continue to influence BTC's price movements, encouraging institutional adoption of Bitcoin. So this is, and the thing about it is, Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, said other corporations should switch their U.S. dollar cash reserve to BTC, and so he's not hiding what he's doing. He's being very transparent and being a glass house, just like myself. So let's take another look before we get out of here. Impact on Bitcoin and MicroStrategy's role in BTC's price movement. Since its first Bitcoin purchase in August 2020, the company moves have often sparked market reactions. As the company's stock performance sets a new record, it validates the potential for Bitcoin to serve as a strong corporate treasury asset. This could attract more institutional investors to Bitcoin, potentially fueling further price increases. However, there are risks associated with MicroStrategy's Bitcoin centric approach. The company's stock is highly sensitive to BTC's volatility, meaning any sharp decline in Bitcoin's price could negatively impact MicroStrategy's stock. That's all they can point out at this point. So the point being is that Michael Saylor's strategy is paying off for MicroStrategy, and it is very likely that you will see other large corporations adopt BTC as their cash reserve. In addition to that, with the market momentum going the way it is right now and MicroStrategy driving that surge, market sentiment believes that Donald Trump is going to be our 47th US president. And with that, Bitcoin will surpass the price of 70,000 US dollars prior to the November 5th, 2024 election. And as I've cautioned you guys, there's going to be some election shenanigans. So I do not believe, even though, let's preface this statement. It is believed right now that Donald Trump has 312 electoral college votes and Kamala Harris has 20, 220 electoral college votes. Poly market polls and other and my predictions are that Donald Trump is 30 points. My prediction is that Donald Trump is 30 points ahead of Kamala Harris. Most polls are showing Kamala Harris has 33%. So that means Donald Trump has a minimum of 63% of the popular vote, which is a landslide. Poly market polls show Donald Trump receiving 66% of the popular vote. So they are in accordance with me. They are in agreement with me that this is going to be a landslide. However, despite all of that, I do not believe that Kamala Harris is going to concede immediately because she's also the vice president and she's going to be the person that's going to have to certify the presidential election on January 6, 2025. Therefore, I expect some shenanigans. The first being they will not make the official announcement that Donald Trump is the winner and the victor on November 5th, 2024. I believe they will take 2 to 3 days. So we're looking at November 8th, Friday, 2024, that the official announcement will be made. However, in that time, what they're doing is poisoning Kamala Harris's campaign legal advisors to file motions to petition a recount in the pivotal states, and I believe it'll be Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, which she is, even in the fake CNN polls, she's trailing by 3 points. So those are the three states I believe that she'll file suit to challenge, and I believe she will win a recount of those votes, but I don't believe it's going to do anything. It's just going to be a stall tactic to make it dramatic. And then once that announcement is made, Bitcoin is going to surpass the price of 85,000 US dollars. Then between January 20th, 2025, the inauguration date, and July 20th, 2025, the official first 6 months of Donald Trump's 47th presidency, is president number 47, not Donald Trump's 47th time being the U.S. president. So don't misunderstand that Bitcoin will surge past 150,000 US dollars. Previously, I was saying 100,000 US dollars. No, Bitcoin is going to surpass 150,000 US dollars. And in the 4 years that Donald Trump is president, Bitcoin will surpass the price of 450,000 US dollars. And so if you're holding on to Bitcoin, it's a great time to become wealthy. I would encourage you to just hold on to that. I'm holding on to whatever I have because the price is not going down, it's just going up, up, and up. With that, this is the Crypto Kid Daniel Plummer signing out. And remember, the future is crypto. Now's a great time to be involved in crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other blockchain technology. So get on board. Do not let the future of crypto leave you behind.